breath in. Sing this affirmation with me, knowing that it is always true. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. It's Dave Flick. Sing love. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all these blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Well, good day. Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister. It's my honor to welcome you here today. I'm so glad that you've chosen this to be your spiritual destination. We've been expecting you. Thank you for not disappointing us. Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living is an open, loving spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. I'd now like to introduce Nan Bankston, practitioner, ministerial student board president, to lead us in our announcements as well as our practitioner experience this morning. Nan?
Well, good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, or whenever you happen to be viewing this. We're so happy to have you with us here. I have several announcements today, and the first one is that I would like to, on behalf of leadership, give special thanks and appreciation and gratitude to everyone who is continuing to support the center financially. The checks keep rolling in. We have Give Plus donations that are more than we've ever had before in terms of the use of the technology and the app for that. And we are just very, very grateful to have we are an abundant congregation. And the center is a demonstration of the abundant flow of the divine every minute of the day, with or without challenges in the world. We are also especially grateful for Louis Milano's assistance and support in creating the improved videos of the full service. I've heard from several of you how much they appreciated last week's technological improvements. And we are now licensed with Empower.org to use numerous musicians and artists, their music and lyrics, so we can enjoy a wide variety of music inspiration on our videos now and in the future after we can reassemble again. We may not be able to gather together at our center, but we are all one. So just sit back and enjoy the service. And now for the rest of the announcements. There is a weekly prayer and meditation Zoom meeting at 9 a.m. on Wednesdays, hosted by myself and Reverend Steve. The information for that and how to connect is in your newsletter. And if you have any questions, you can always give me a call. The bookstore and the library opened this past week for 2 days for just an hour each day so people could get magazines. And those hours are limited and they're in your newsletter also. The Tuesday is from 11 to noon, and Thursday is from 5:30 to 6:30. So if you happen to work or you can't be here at the afternoon time, you can come later after work. There are questions that you'll be asked when you come, and it's to keep everyone safe. And please, please do not come to the bookstore if you have had fever, cough, sore throat, or other cold symptoms, or have had them in the past 2 weeks. I also have an informative announcement about the Unexpected Income Program. Now, if you've been participating in that prosperity consciousness way back that started in January, just know that you can, it was supposed to stop on March 29th, but you can mail your checks to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living and just make a note or put a little note in with your check that it's for the Unexpected Income Fund so it can be credited to the right spot. The program was going to end, but it may be extended, and there will be more information coming about that soon. So just stay tuned, and if you have any questions, you can contact Sherry Davis either by phone or email, and that information is also in your newsletter. Essential Ernest Homes is set to start Monday night, April 6th. Kim Bebo is facilitating that class, and it will be held on Zoom until it can be held in person. And if you want to register, you can contact her or myself. The information for emailing us is in your newsletter also. It's a 10-week class. It is certificated, and it is part of the prerequisite for practitioner training if you're planning on doing that in the fall and you haven't already taken the classes that you need. The Soul Sisters Supper Club is canceled for April, as we've mentioned, due to the Tap Rock Grill being closed. And I have, it's my pleasure to make another announcement about our ecclesiastical team of practitioners and being us being available to you. Our team wants you to know that as practitioners, we are here for you during this challenging time, always. We are available by phone for live prayer, or if you'd just like to chat with somebody, we're here. Use the link on our website, and on the practitioner webpage, you can find information about the practitioner of your choice. And you may also submit prayer requests on the website, and our practitioners and Reverend Stephen will be praying for you for the next week, just like we always have when you were able to make out those little yellow and blue forms. Now, the same thing goes. If you have some fabulous demonstration, put that on the website too, because we want to know that things are rolling really well through this time, and prayers are always being answered, always. So pay attention. Yours is too. Our practitioners continue to pray daily for our congregants, our community, our country, and our world. And we are here to partner with you in spirit. So now I'm going to move to the ecclesiastical service portion of our video today. Join me at the gong. Okay, here we are, and now, if you'd like, we're going to sing We Are One. Dave, Treasure, I'm leaving this one to you.
We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one.
Oh, thank you. That's such a beautiful song and such a wonderful way to come together at this time. So now if you join me, you can read the gratitude that's in your newsletter. I am grateful that every day that dawns is filled with bright new beginnings. And I am Nan Bankston, just as Reverend Stephen said. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the service and to just say that spring is springing out all over. The flowers are courtesy of Mother Nature, and if you take a look, they're everywhere right now. Everywhere. We don't have any in here right now, but they're everywhere if you look out your window. And also, this is the first Sunday of the month, so you know what that means. No, we can't gather for potluck, but we're going to sing happy birthday. And many more. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. And a special happy birthday to all of you who are at home for the month of April. I know that you'll be celebrating in many interesting ways now that we are in our homes. So today's prayer, I'd like to move now to a more ecclesiastical portion of our time together. And if you join me, today's prayer is in the newsletter. Everything I ever need already exists within me, complete, whole, and perfect. My new beginning starts right now. And so, Dave, would you do I Am Love? Now if you'll join me in just a moment of peace, in a moment of peace and ease and harmony with all that is, with that one source, that one spirit, that one infinite love. Today I read a piece from the Science of Mind text on page 527. It's a meditation by Ernest Holmes. And if you'll just ponder this in the ease and pleasure of your viewing, wherever that may be. Whatever I need comes to me from the all-good. Divine intelligence, working through me, always knows just what I need and always supplies it when I need it. This law is unfailing and sure and cannot be broken. I receive my good daily as I go along the pathway of life, and I cannot be robbed of my birthright to freedom and happiness. And if you'd like to affirm with me right now, I receive my good. I receive my good. And now, having said that, welcoming, opening, allowing, and receiving your good, just take a moment to go into the silence with me and receive your good and feel it and know it. How are you opening to your good? How are you allowing your good to come in? And how are you receiving it? With an open heart, open arms, and joy? Well, I invite you to open and receive and enjoy your good every minute from this moment forward, all week until we meet again. And we'll hear from Spirit Sound.
I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. And every time I forget that so, the universe will show it. There seems to be a plan that works, and there's no way I can blow it. 'Cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. How does a mighty oak tree face the changes autumn brings? Well, he doesn't worry if he'll grow new leaves and know the buds are on their way when I'm standing in the snow. 'Cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. And every time I forget that's so, the universe will show it. There seems to be a plan that works, and there's no way I can blow it. 'Cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. How does the tiny robin feel when she finally leaves the nest? Well, she takes a giant leap of faith and lets nature do the rest. Let me be that faithful, let me dare to fly. Though my wings are frail, I will not fail, and there's a simple reason why. 'Cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. And anytime I forget that's so, the universe will show it. There seems to be a plan that works, and there's no way I can blow it. 'Cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. There's a power in the universe greater than just me, and it works a million miracles when I let it be. 'Cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. And every time I forget that's so, the universe will show it. There seems to be a plan that works, and there's no way I can blow it. 'Cause I always know what I need to know when I need to know it. I always know what I need to know when I need to know it.
Welcome to April, and welcome to Bright Beginnings. That is the theme of the month, and that is also the theme of my talk. And our theme for the year, which I don't think I've mentioned before, is 2020 vision, which is beautiful for right now, because 2020 vision indicates our year and indicates how clear we're seeing or not. It's that time to honor the sun and springtime as the sun returns to the land. We see new life all around us, don't we? We smell it. We feel the warmth, even though there's still some late rain. But when the sun shines, we feel it on our skin. It reminds us that something new is coming. This spring, we're seeing something completely different, aren't we? This spring holds a different message from Mother Nature and Father Time, and I urge you not to miss it. Longer days and warmer sun are such beautiful metaphors for the conscious motion of our inward examination as we release the winter of our lives and we begin to embrace the spring and eventually the summer love that we share for each other and for life. We're coming to know that life, God, Spirit expresses as us, is us, to the outward greater expression of the oneness that we are. This is an incredibly unique time. But we are being asked to examine and re-examine old beliefs and paradigms about ourselves and other people and the way the world works. And I don't know if you felt it. Well, I know you've felt something. And something big is shifting. The freedom to grow in understanding is modeled every year when the plants and leaves turn. But this spring, our souls are being reborn in a completely different and new way. Can you feel it? let's listen closely to the message of this time. Because spring is naturally a transformative experience, as all the seasons are. But this spring, something different is happening. This spring, right now, what are you going through during this situation? And what we're going through together is what I'm calling the collective transformative experience. Usually when we go through a life-changing experience, we do it kind of individually at our own time. For me, I have a life situation, a relationship change or a job shift, a shift in my life direction that heads me usually towards what has been a breakdown of certain things in my life that leads to an eventual breakthrough. But when we all go through a situation like this at the same time, it's known as a collective transformation experience. We may have felt this during other situations in life where we all had the same energetic. 9/11 was one of those times, and this has its own special urgency to it. So my great guru, my father, would often remind me, never let a good crisis go to waste. What does that mean? What exactly does that mean? And at first when you would say that, I would say, what are you talking about? How could you call it a good crisis? And he'd say, it's not that the crisis itself is good, but it's a time of awareness. There is something really, really big going on right now that everyone is getting the opportunity to see something differently. So, what is going on for you? And for us collectively right now? Nobody gets to slide by without being affected. You can't sleep through this one. Each one of us is being called up to a new thought, a new idea, a new way of being, and nothing will ever be the same again. Things will be similar, but there's a reformation of energy going on right now. So relax, roll with the changes, and keep yourself awake, alert, and aware. The new energy will not fit into the old container. We can't resolve this situation with the same thinking that got us into it. So this is the answer. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. You are love. You are birthed into love, to create love, to return to love. That's what it's all about. So, let's get real for a second about what's going on in the world right now. There is a message being sent to the citizens on planet Earth from Mother Nature and Father Time. And a special message for us New Thought students of truth. What is that message? Love, love, love. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Actually, nature's been trying to tell us something for years, but most of us weren't paying attention. Some of us were. But I think that what's happening right now is nature's way of really grabbing our attention. Have you slowed down long enough to hear what Spirit, Nature, Earth has been trying to tell us? Hello? Hello? Good morning. Are you awake now? It is spring now. And now's the time for a bright new beginning in all of our lives. This doesn't mean that we won't walk through challenge, because we will. But it's how we handle that challenge that makes the difference. We get to do a global reset right now. And like I said earlier, the new energy won't fit into the old paradigm. Now, I don't know exactly what that means, but I know that we're being asked up. We are being called forward. We need to begin listening to our world and what changes need to be adopted for us to begin to live lives as one human race, one planet Earth, one world. We need to begin to share our resources, share our technology, and share our love for each other. Again, let's not miss this. Love is what's calling us forward. Let's not let this perfect opportunity to restart our thinking go to waste this spring. If not now, when? And if not you, who? Our old way of thinking got us into this situation, and it's going to take a whole new thought and a whole new way of being and a whole new way of thinking to get us through this. So are you with me? Are you with it? We're moving into Passover on the 8th. Passover celebrates emancipation. Freedom from old thought patterns, beliefs, and ideas that have limited our experience and our expression previously. But this Passover, this Easter season, is going to be a whole different experience. Dr. Michael Beckwith says that 100% of spiritual growth is in letting go. So let go and let God. Let God be God in you as you, or source energy, or great spirit, or whatever you want to use as your term. Let go. Now is the time to cling to your faith, what you truly believe. We liberate ourselves when we practice forgiveness. Forgiveness has been described as an opportunity to reach back and retrieve the energy that we got stuck in the past. I call it freeing up your spiritual escrow that was being held by a situation that you invested in that never paid off. Isn't it time to get that energy back and move it forward into something new that will create a world that works for everyone? What life-giving energy can you free up by letting go and practicing forgiveness at this time? Does somebody owe you something? Maybe an old debt? Maybe some cash you lent somebody? What a great feeling it would be right now to just say, you know what? You're off the hook, man. It's paid forward. Let it go. Let it go free. Can you do that? Can you do it in the situations where maybe somebody has inadvertently harmed you, or maybe intentionally, and you're holding on to waiting for them to forgive you? Maybe it's time you forgave them. I'm just offering ways of looking at things differently. With spring's arrival, flower buds are a wonderful metaphor for our spring growth. Bulbs look like little onions, and they are not what they would call pretty in their beginning state. And yet, after they have an inward time within the winter, with care, nurturing the proper exposure to moisture and light, they expand and grow and bloom into something magical and beautiful. And that's what's happening with our world right now. everything that was needed for this to happen always existed within them. They were always whole, perfect, and complete unto themselves. And so are we. What has been waiting within you that is now ready to bloom? You know, we've been given an interesting opportunity to go within, to be all one, alone. Maybe to get that guitar out and dust it off. Maybe get that poetry book out and write something. Maybe write a book. We've been given a wonderful gift, and let's not squander it. How will you look back at yourself during this time? What did you do to help humanity become a greater experience of life? Are you grasping onto the old, trying to pull it forward when we need to let go and embrace the new? So again, what has been waiting within you that is now ready to bloom? Now is the time. What are we waiting for? Why is this happening now? As my great teacher would say when I would ask that. Why is this happening now? Because it's now. Now is the time. Ernest Holmes wrote in the Ernest Holmes paper in Ideas of Power. Now, suppose there were at the center of the being of each one of us a clear channel to the infinite, which is forever pouring out through us in a unique way. Because it never does two things alike, nor does it ever repeat itself. Albus Dumbledore in the Harry Potter series said, "Happiness can be found, even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light." It's time, my friends, to turn on the light. And you are the light. The Talmud says, every blade of grass has an angel that bends over it and whispers, "Grow, grow, grow." So now, I'm whispering to you, grow, grow, grow. Grow in consciousness. Grow in your faith. Grow in your love for life. You know, it's a complicated time. Some of these ideas are simple, but not always easy to implement. Start where you are. Start where you are. Take a moment. Now is the time to give people a little extra time and to take a little extra time for yourself. Go within. Remember who you are. So in conclusion, I'd like to read Charles Fillmore as he wrote in the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary about resurrection. We're going to be hearing a lot more about that this month. Resurrection. It is the rising of a person's mind and body from sense to spiritual consciousness. Old limited personal relationships do not continue in the resurrection. Those who are being raised into the Christ consciousness will gradually, as their spirit grows in understanding, makes it possible, let go of all that is personal and selfish in their relationship and come into the larger love, the love universal, where all who do the will of God are fathers and mothers and brothers and sisters. The divine law is fulfilled by the love universal. So are you ready to be the love universal? Well, ready or not, here it is. Now is the time for the bright new beginning of this new age, this new dawn. By liberating, by being the love right now, it is yearning to be released from within you. You become the light. Now is the time to open up to new ways of being. Now is the time to forgive, to pray, and to love. Live your life like every day is a miracle, because it truly is. So wash your hands, wash your mind, and let's get through this together. And so it is. Amen. So it's now time for our spiritual mind treatment. So if you'd like to go within with me, let's remember who we are. So just take a deep breath. And I invite you to bring to the forefront of your consciousness what you choose to believe the power of creation is to you. You can call it anything you like. That's your business. But I think we can agree that there is a power. It is always on. It is always healing. And it is always recycling that which has been released back into itself and recreating something new. I know that power that guides the stars, that causes the sun to shine, is the same power that grows the grass and leaves the trees, breathes our body and beats our heart. And that each one of us is a divine outpicturing and expression of that power and form. As such, I speak a word of healing right here and right now. We just forgive and release anything that may have been blocking our inner flow previously. We know that the divine connections are right here and now made, that all the cells that need to go to the proper places for our perfect healing are moving in that direction right here and right now in our body and in the body of our affairs. Anything that needs to happen for perfect flow and circulation is right here and right now doing what it needs to do. I know that as we gather at this time, our hearts heavy with what may be going on in the world, we turn to God for peace. We turn into God for our faith. We turn into love for peace and harmony. And that power, that resplendent, beautiful energy responds to us and says, yes, I am with you always, no matter what the appearance. So whatever you may be walking through right now, I may not know, but I know God knows. I know that God is right there and activated right here and right now. Something powerful is happening. And as we become the shift, as we become the right people at the right place at the right time to do the right thing, we are empowered by that faith, by that love, and by the spiritual energy of the universe. And we give great thanks. Thank you, divine, loving Spirit of allness that wells up in us like a fountain of truth and love and healing that overflows with gratitude, love, peace, and harmony in our lives. And as we turn into that is what we turn into. So we give great thanks and we let go. We let go and let God be God in our life. Let source energy be who and what we are. Let the Great Spirit shine. Placing these words directly into that living, loving law of mind where it is returned to us fully orbed and resplendent. We let it go and we affirm it together by saying, and so it is. Amen. Well, special thanks to you today. And I want to again thank Louis Milano for videoing. And we are going to, at this time, have our offertory. So if you would like to find your donate button, I know that there was some challenges with some people. You may have to get out and come back in and on the program after you watch this to donate, but I'm sure you can figure out a way. And let's just affirm this together. So, do we have a song, Dave? I don't have it. So let's bless our offertory right here and right now. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They are evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. They bless the giver and the receiver and are returned into this community that allow this center to be here, to provide these videos, this online experience that allow us to stay connected, that allow our physical, spiritual home to continue to be here so that when we do return, it is ready for our physicality to merge once again. So we give great thanks for these tithes, these gifts, and we bless them as we affirm this together by saying, and so it is. Our ecclesiastical team of practitioners want you to know that we are here for you during this challenging time. We are available by phone for live prayer, or if you would just like to chat. You can use the link on our website to fill out a prayer request to our practitioner webpage for information, and choose a practitioner of your choice, and maybe you'd like to call them or email them directly. You may also submit prayer requests on the website, and our practitioners and I will pray for you for 1 week, just like we always have. Our practitioners continue to pray daily for our congregants, our community, and our country, and our world. We are here to partner with you in spirit. And now it's time for our closing music.
May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy.
Thank you, Treasure. So please, repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening right now.
Something wonderful is happening right now.
It's happening in my mind,
It's happening in my mind,
in my body,
in my body,
and in the body of my affairs.
the body of my affairs.
I think it,
Think it?
I feel it, and I know it.
I know it,
Just the way that it is,
just the way that it is,
and just the way that it is not.
just the way that it is not.
Thank you, life!
Thank make you life.
Thanks for being here with us, and we'll see you next week. Namaste.